Yo, yo. What's up, man?
What's going on, bro?
Yeah, man. Yo.
What's up?
Is my t-shirt ready? I gotta do this music video, man. Is it ready?
Yo, dude, will you relax, man? Give me a second, man. You act like greatness is supposed to happen, you know, here and now, bro. I want it to be perfect so that way when you present it, you know what I'm saying, not only the shirt but yourself to the world, I want them to see that they're getting something that's an original and something that's perfect.
Yo, that's hot, yo.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
That's hot, man.
Thank you.
It's really nice, man. These designs is off the chain.
Appreciate it, man.
Alright, let me ask you something, man.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
How long does it take for you to do this, you know, for your clients? Where you get the ideas to do this for your clients?
Well, what happens is, I ask the clients will see a rough sketch of whatever it is that I do, right? Mm-hmm. And they'll tell me, you know, they have an idea of something that they want. Now, what happens is the clients don't really know how to draw it, which makes me laugh. They be like, well, I don't really know how to draw. I tell them straight off the bat, just put your ideas on paper. It doesn't have to be Picasso. I'm not worried about it being Picasso. I've been in this long enough and I'm professional enough to be able to take something that you give me and turn it into this.
Okay.
So they usually sketch something out, and after they sketch it out, they'll send it to me, and then from that point, from that rough draft, I'll kind of get a concept and an idea of where I'm going to go and pretty much what they want.
So basically what you're saying is each t-shirt can be different according to your client's wants or needs.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So not all of them are going to be the same stuff.
No, not all of them is going to be the same stuff. Like, quick example, one of my clients asked me something about, which, you know, black women are queens, and for them to be empowered is something that, you know, black men need to do more of, so that people know that, you know, all black women are important.
Right.
So, she sent me something that she wanted. She said something about she wanted something like with a Black Panther fist and, you know, I matter. You know what I'm saying? Like black women matter.
Right.
So when she sent it to me, I came up with this concept right here. I said, well, okay, I drew the fist, and then what it was supposed to be was the eye. The eye was supposed to be in the crown, so that was supposed to be I matter. But sometimes, you know, people don't get the full concept of certain things.
Right.
So what I did is I just put I mattered, but I put the I in there in the crown for the queen having wisdom and insight.
That's hot.
And then I put the queen right here, and then of course the queen with her crown right here. And then I just embellished it with the Black Panther sign. That means power and unity to our queen. And, you know, the name of the person inside her heart.
Okay. That's so I know that she did she see this yet?
Yes.
I know she loved it.
Yes.
Okay. That's what's going on.
Yes.
So let me ask you now, man, Cobbs.
Okay.
How does this production side of this thing work, and where's the lab at?
Okay. The production side is from between New York and Canada.
Canada?
Yeah, Canada. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know, kind of branching out, right?
International.
What it is that a lot of times the main lab in New York, I get my ideas and I come up with certain concepts and I'll put it on paper. Now the Canada side, what happens is I'll call my babe, anybody, Miss Carolyn Spence. I'll call my babe who lives out in Canada, and I'll tell her, I say, babe, I got some ideas and stuff. So I'm gonna need you to go to the store, get some transfer paper to put the ideas on. So what happens is I have this beautiful person. This right here was made for a little boy named James, who loves Batman. Okay. So I just incorporated his name in the bat sign. And
that's hot. Yeah.
His mother, I want to give a shout out to Miss Shauna. I love her. She's the one who's on the Canadian side of the production. She's the one who actually prints out all these designs on the transfer shirts.
Oh, okay. What's her name? Shauna?
Shauna.
Miss Shauna?
Yeah, Miss Shauna. Yes.
Okay, big up Miss Shauna. Okay.
Yes, so by the grace of God, man, you know what I'm saying? I mean, she's nice enough, and she doesn't charge me a dime for this stuff. Now, you know, if I went to a mass production or I went to a silk screen print or something like that, they would charge me money for this and to put it on the shirt.
Okay.
So I've just been blessed to have people, you know what I'm saying, who believe in the dream and believe in the vision.
That's what's
and
up, right.
It's kind of like, you know, they just want to support it. So when I give her the ideas, either I'll send her via mail or I'll send her through a text. I'll send her the pictures.
Right.
They get the pictures off the text.
Right.
And then they transfer it onto the paper.
Oh,
and
wow.
then she'll like UPS it back to me, you know, with all the designs and stuff.
So basically, y'all are just capitalizing off of technology to do this international thing that you're doing, where you don't have to run to Canada for every single thing or mail it, you know, where it could get lost in the mail or whatever.
Right, right.
You just use today's technology via internet, you know, the whole texting,
Right.
picture.
Email.
Okay, and it works, as I can see,
Yes,
because
yes.
she did this, right?
Yes,
All right,
yes.
so big up to Miss Shauna, and you said Carolyn Spence, that's your lady,
Yes,
right?
yes, that's my
okay,
lady, yeah.
and that's your team. That's also part of your team.
Yes, that's actually Miss Carolyn Spence is the team.
Okay.
Because
all right.
I mean, you know, gotta give honor where honor's due. If it wasn't for her, this stuff wouldn't even be made out. Because remind you, I sent her the ideas and I sent her the finished product.
Right.
She's the one who spends the money to buy that paper, the transfer paper, to be able to put all of this stuff on.
Okay.
So
okay.
she tells me all the time. She's like, you know, and I'll be telling her, you know, well, babe, let me know so I can send you. But she's like, listen, what I need you to do is what you do best. This is what you do. You do this, and you leave the rest to me. So she's been a blessing, man, in you know, more ways than one. And I couldn't ask for a better support team.
All right. So Carolyn Spence, along with Miss Shauna.
Yes.
That's your Canadian hookup,
Yes,
so to speak.
yes, yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
And that's your team.
That's my
so
team.
That's your partners in crime right
Yes.
now, as far as this is concerned.
Yes.
So let me ask you another question, going along with Miss Spence and Miss Shauna. Are you and your team ready? Because y'all are about to get mad busy. So do y'all have, I mean, are y'all going to have the energy to deal with the demand? Because y'all are about to get mad busy.
Right.
Are you and your team ready?
Me and my team is ready. We have certain things implemented already, and certain equipment that we've already looked into to be able to mass produce this thing even further. I mean, for the way it is now, and it's starting off, this is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, the easy thing now for this at the stage that it's in is that being that it's already done and it's already in emails and different things like that, we can mass produce these very quickly.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
But it is gonna come a time, you know what I'm saying, where we are looking into expenditure, because what's happening is, as you can see, I'm cranking out stuff all the time, and I still got stuff that's at home.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
So I
okay.
mean, people are not just gonna say, for instance, like, you know, there might be a ton of people who might want this,
Right.
but there's gonna be a ton of people who might want, you know, this
Something-
or something.
right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
So you do the math. You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
It's kind of
right,
like
right.
I can't make 20 or 40 of these and expect to just really sell all of them, because people are going to want, you know what I'm saying, diversity. They're going to want something different.
Of course,
so I
of
mean,
course.
what happens if I have all of these and people might want this, or they might.
I got you.
So I'm gonna be sitting there looking like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Now we got to try to, you know. So the whole plan is not only to this right here is just the staple. This was the beginning.
Right.
So this was just to bring it out and bring the attention to people and let them know that, you know, Cosmic Kusa 5000 is, you know, is you know, in the works of bringing forth, you know what I'm saying, designs and different things to be a blessing to people who wants, you know, designs on their shirts and stuff like that. But with all of the rest of the stuff here, it's going to take a bigger market and a lot more, you know, a lot more, you know, different things to be able to mass produce this. So for now, you know what I'm saying, it's a blessing. But to answer your question again, yes,
Y'all ready?
we're definitely ready. Yes.
Okay, that shirt that you're working on, that's the one that you're doing for my video, right? That's one that one of those that I'll be wearing for my video.
Yeah, this is the one. This is the one I want you to have for your video. If you stop driving me crazy and you came in here bothering me, but yes,
okay, so
it'll be ready.
And I noticed that you're listening to one of the songs off of my album. Did you get a chance to listen to the whole album? And if so, is there any specific song that you would love to help orchestrate the video to? Because I know you're creative with the storyboards as well.
I love all the songs. You know, I definitely have a few that, you know, I kind of favor. And the only reason why I favor those is pretty much I favor those far as like, you know, melodically and far as with the drumming is concerned and stuff like that. Something that I listen to and I say, you know, I can hear me actually laying down the drum tracks for that. This song here I love is because it puts me, you know what I'm saying, it puts me in a certain mood, you know what I'm saying. It has that vibrant flow where it's like, you know, it brings out my creativity. A lot of times I don't really like listening to anything too hard,
right? Because
it kind of like imbalances the concentration or the creativity.
Okay.
But this right here gives me, you know, it gives me that boundary where it's kind of like, you know, if I did something, it makes me think about something that could be added on, so my creativity is expanded more, it's broadened, and I might add little different types of ideas and stuff like that, you know, to the shirt or the drawings, just to like enhance it a little bit. But far as the album goes, you know, I love every song on it.
Okay. Well, let me ask you something, man, because I don't think we spoke about this. You're doing all of this, but I know that you're not doing things for your clients for free. So is there like a general pricing that you're asking for, or does it depend on the work that you do? I mean, is there a general pricing for this, and how does it work as far as, you know, the money part is concerned?
Yes. Well, I called this, when I first started doing this, I wanted to call it, which I didn't want to call it, I am calling it, I call it my urban street design. Actually, in all actuality, it really got started a few years ago. I didn't really bring it into the forefront of shirts and stuff like that. It was just basically on paper. I have a daughter named Ivory Hollywood Hammonds, who's a very great and superior conscious rapper, and y'all get a chance to hear her and her music. She's in the process now of being in the studio, and she's working on an album.
Okay, that's what's up.
She had a group called Bars Nation, which is this is it right here, and this was actually the first T-shirt that I've done in years. That was for her. Okay. She had a group named Bars Nation. I did this for her T-shirt and for her company, for her group, and we went. Me and Miss Shaw Ames. She told me about a printer where she can get the shirts and stuff printed up in front like that and stuff like that. So I just did this, and it didn't have no color in it or nothing like that. It was just full black and white. But I did this, and they put it on their shirts. And the first concerts that they did, they wore the shirts that had camouflage, and this was on it.
Okay. That's what's Ivory Hollywood Hammond's performing name?
That's Hollywood.
Oh, Hollywood. Okay,
yeah.
so
Hollywood
basically,
Hammonds.
Okay, so her rapper name is Hollywood Hammonds.
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to know that way in case anyone who's listening to this wanted to seek her out. You know, they know what to type up. So Hollywood Hammonds.
Yes.
And Bars Nation was her first group.
Yes.
Okay, that's hot.
Yes, thank you.
That's hot. Okay, that's cool. So anyway, so going back to the pricing.
Yeah. So as I was saying, I called it urban, my urban street design, and I use the word urban because of course I'm from the hood, and I'll always be from the hood. And there's a lot of things that when it comes to something different, what was getting me upset was I would go into a store and I would see a shirt, and the shirt would have Johnny Sees You. And it's not made by no major retailer or no major company.
Okay.
And they're selling the shirt for like $25 or something like that. But the thing that was confusing me and was kind of bothering me is that people were buying it in abundance. Now I'm saying to myself, the shirt really has no certain reference. First of all, we don't know who Johnny is.
Right.
People are buying it up, and I don't know what I'm saying. Are they buying it because it's different, or they just buying it because, consciously that's just the way we are in society now. We just see something and we just go with what the next best thing is and we run with it. And then it's kind of like when you ask somebody about it, there's no explanation.
Okay.
You don't know who Johnny. I don't know what Johnny's looking at or whatever the case may be. So, you know what I'm saying? There's no real reference or there's no real meaning to the individual. I started doing this because I wanted it to be a part of people who wanted something different. They wanted to be able to have their own identity, but actually be able to afford it.
Okay.
And at the same time, it represents them.
Okay.
When she puts this shirt on, this shirt represents her. When somebody asks, and it wouldn't take too much of a genius sometimes, but when she puts this on and they ask, this is about empowerment of all black women.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. This means that the women are queens.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is their visual insight. The eye represents a spirituality of not only them being strong, but being the man's helpmate that God has sent them.
Okay.
To be to be joined at the hip, you know what I'm saying, side by side, to be nurturers to our children and stuff like that. So there's meaning behind that. And what I try to do is I try to just give people certain things that they want at a certain price. So what I did, I've come up with the concept of charging people $25 for t-shirts and long sleeve shirts.
Okay.
If it's a hood, if it's on a hood or something like that, even though it's a shirt, if it's on a hood, it'll be like $40 to $45.
Okay.
But you get the front done and you get the back done.
Okay.
And at the same time, the shirt that you have, it has a meaning and it has something behind it. It's not just a drawing.
Okay.
Whether it's whether you can see the expression and the creativity of the artist, which is myself, or more importantly, if you can see what the person or the individual who's wearing it, what they represent and how they feel about themselves.
Okay.
This is what you get. So it's not like, oh, you're going to give me $100, $100 for this and this and that. And it's about me, like, okay, well, no. It's about, it's a personal thing with me.
Okay.
God has given me this gift, and whether I was getting paid for it or not, as you can see, I'm still going to do it.
Okay.
So the whole point of it is just that I wanted to just have an urban design at a specifically priced, something modest where people can afford it for them, and they can say, well, you know what, me, my husband, my children, we all want t-shirts, and it fits within the budget.
Okay.
And you're getting quality, and you're getting something from a person that, who eat, breathes, and sleeps this thing, you know what I'm saying, for like almost 40 years now.
Okay.
So,
So basically, t-shirts are anywhere between 25 and 35, depending on if you're putting it on a hoodie, on a long sleeve, whatever, and then hoodies are anywhere from 45 or up to 45. That's what you're saying, the price. So basically,
yes.
If I have a family, like, I got a big family, seven children combined, and if my wife and I wanted all of us to rock a particular thing, then we know it'll be like basically 25 times 7 for a particular.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Because that's like for certain individuals, like adults.
Right.
The shirts are $35.
Okay.
But if you got a family, and you want something nice or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying, then that has to be cut.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it could be more affordable, because I'm not looking at it as far as the revenue of money or something like that. I'm actually looking at the exposure. See, what y'all do for me is a lot more than what $1 put on it could ever do for me.
Okay.
Because I'm figuring if you got 5 different individuals or family wearing shirts, 5 different shirts might have your name or whatever the case may be. When people see that, you bring people to that attention.
Right, I got you.
You bring people to my attention.
Okay.
So the money is going to be there. So it's not about the money.
Okay.
It's about the exposure and letting people know that, I've been doing this for a while. I'm out there. And also, in this particular day and age, I want to be able to have something, to present something, to have other people come on, you know what I'm saying, and help my people.
Okay, that's what's up. Okay,
and
I got you.
it's one of those things where I want it to be a business, and if you had a certain type of skill, and I can see that you can fit in, and you can help this, then I want you on board. So it's more of like it's more of a community thing. It's not about me, you know what I'm saying, but it's about us.
Let me ask you something, man. I'm listening to you, and you mentioned God, you mentioned the empowerment, especially when you spoke of the women. Amen. And being, the man's help, so forth and so on. So I take it that you're a spiritual person, and you do believe in a higher being, whether you call him God, Allah. Mm-hmm. You believe in a higher entity that's divine. I'm correct to assume so.
Yeah, amen. I mean, he's the creation through all blessings flow, and if it had not been for him, none of us would be sitting here now, and I definitely wouldn't be sitting here now, and I definitely wouldn't have what I have. These gifts can only they can only come from God. You know what I'm saying? And when He give them to you, then it's up to you to hone your skills, enhance it, and to bring forth what it is that He's given you. You know what I'm saying? He didn't give it to me to just sit there and just idly just do it just to be doing it. As you can see, you know what I'm saying, there's a certain level of talent and skill and creativity that goes behind all of this stuff. If you look at every single drawing, you will not see nothing that looks the same. You understand what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, to just be able to have the creativity to just sit there and start off with maybe one small thing, a symbol or a letter or a character or whatever, and to be able to come up with all of this, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing short of God, and I just thank Him for giving me that ability to be able to just bring some type of not joy only to me, but joy to the world.
Okay, so with all of that, is there anything that people should know about you if they wanted to have your service or to look you up? Is there anything people should know about you that way they could kind of hone in and get to you?
Yeah, for now, if people want to hit me, they can hit me on my main Facebook page at Lamont Hammonds. When you go onto when you hit Lamont Hammonds, you go onto the Facebook page, you'll know it's me because this picture happens to be one of my photos. Okay. That's on there.
Okay.
So when you go to Lamont Hammonds on Facebook, .com, whatever you want, however you put it in there, this is the picture that you're gonna see. Okay. I'll pop up, and then if you need any type of information or you want to know more about it before the page goes up, before the official Facebook page go up, for this is concerned, you can just contact me, PM me, and just let's talk. You know what I'm saying? Give me your ideas of what you want to do and how you want to do it. And to also put that in there too is this is not all that I do. Okay. I also do murals in kids' bedrooms. So if you got kids who love, whether it's characters that we used to grow up with that we love, or modern day characters, if you want your child's bedroom done, you want the wall done with their favorite characters, and however, you can contact me on my Facebook page. You can PM me, and you can ask me about that too. So it's not just limited to T-shirts and hoods and stuff like that, but it's also murals on walls, kids' bedrooms as well.
All right. So just to get a little more detail. So, for example, my son, he's a Batman freak. Mm-hmm. All right. So you could, and he wants his bedroom to be Batman themed out. Right. You can do a mural with the whole Batman escapade, basically,
bruh.
Or my daughter, right? I got
this. You know what I'm saying? This right here I did for. Matter of fact, the woman I told you about who was a blessing, Shauna. Yeah. This is her son. Okay. She said he loves Batman. So what I did is I drew a Batman theme. I put his name inside the bat, and then for those that don't know, because they don't do that in the modern day Batman. Of course, we might be talking our age, but. The old Batman with the right. So I ended up incorporating that, and then I drew a little piece of the city and then the brick wall. It doesn't matter, what it is that they want. If they, and then also too, if they get to the point where they might like Looney Tunes or something like that,
or Disney or something.
I have this with Marvin the Martian.
Right.
Which
right.
when I created this, none of this even existed. I started with the character first.
Right.
And then I caught the idea of putting everything around it. Or this one here where you got Yosemite Sam.
Right.
You know, so it's whatever the kids want, you know, whatever they want.
Okay, cool.
Pretty much.
Well, listen, Cosmic 5000 Acoustic, all right, which I also know you as the mad drummer because you play drums. You can tell me just a little bit about your drum thing real quick?
Yeah, the drum thing was the thing that I was blessed with first. I think that's one of the first talents that God has really given me. Even though He probably gave me both at the same time, but I mean, the drumming was implemented. Even though as years went by, I think I started doing more of the graffiti. The graffiti side came out first, and then the drumming started, you know, getting more prevalent. But yeah, I've been drumming. I've been doing it since I was 7, and you know, on and off from junior high school and stuff like that. I think I really started taking it more seriously in like 1983, 1984.
Okay.
That's when I started. God bless him. My brother-in-law, Buffy. He had a band with Colonel Abrams.
Okay.
And my man Mayfield on the guitar, and different people. We had a brother named Willie who sang. They started taking me out, and I started going on my first professional gigs, learning how to, you know, how to play a song, how to the timing, and not playing too loud, the nuances, and being able to you know, learn my skill, learn the do's and the don'ts and everything like that, which was you know, which was definitely a good experience.
Okay.
And I love my brother for that. And you know, from that time on, it was just going through school and participating in different talent shows and things of that sort like that. And you know, today I'm, you know,
let me tell you something, man. I was taken in by you the first time. I don't know if you remember when y'all did that play comedy, not tragedy in South Central, and you and the band, y'all were the music, y'all were the theme, y'all were the scores behind every scene,
right.
And just to hear how the drumming, the like when there was a suspense and the way you hit the cymbal just to let the people in the audience know, yeah, this is a suspense, something is about to happen,
right.
Whatever. Right there, I was taken in by it. I was like, oh my God. I mean, the whole band was off
right,
the chain.
right, yes.
And of course, since then, I followed you with your drumming to the point where you worked with Mark Lundy from On-Tour Production. You've been on several things with Surface and TV, and you played. I've seen you play for some superstars and some superstars that's not up high, but they're on their way to stardom.
Right.
And yo, I gotta say, man, you're truly a blessed and talented individual because
thank you.
You got this thing going on. You got your music playing going on. I've heard you give advice to a young lady who sang, and you told her which way she should breathe or whatever. And I'm like, I'm waiting for the singing part of you to come out because you gave it to her like no other professional could have done better. You told her how to breathe, how to use the diaphragm, and how to get her mind into the song and the words and the lyrics and make it come across where the listeners believe.
Right.
And I was astounded by just your advice to her. So you got mad talent, man, and I'm gonna leave you because you gotta finish my shirt. Because this video, I want to start shooting this video, start doing the video next week. So you go ahead. I thank you so much for your time. I won't bother you for the rest of the day. I just know that later on you're gonna call me and say, Peter, your joint is finished, right?
That's
Alright, so that's what's up for Let me leave you alone.
All right,
thanks for the time.
Let me before we step off, I mean, there's a few important people that I want to give a shout out to.
Okay.
Again, Miss Carolyn Spence, my baby. I love her. I appreciate her.
That's what's
for
up.
all that she do. And like I said, if it wasn't for her, this thing going global for us from New York to Canada wouldn't be possible. It definitely wouldn't be possible, without Miss Shauna. Miss Shauna, I love you. I appreciate you. God knows that God is definitely going to bless you for what it is that you do. I appreciate you seeing the vision and you understanding what it is that I'm trying to do and being a very, very big and major support. To the genius Mark Lundy, I love you. I appreciate you on Tour Productions for all of my drum videos and supporting me through the years as far as my drumming is concerned. To the baddest band that was on the planet before Tragedy South Central, after Tragedy South Central, the world's baddest flautist, the world's baddest trumpetist, my man Kirk Randolph. To my boy, the amazing keyboardist, Mr. 555 himself. To my man Chuck Motown Butler, who laid it down, man, who has a bass line and plays it like no other, man. You know, shout outs to him.
That's what's up.
And you know, shout outs to my girl Ayana, who was singing with us at different clubs when we was doing different things with the band and stuff like that. Shout out to all of them. Shout out to my Relly, which is my Hollywood. Much success to her. And to my son, my twin. I couldn't, none of this, I'm talking about not just this, but anything, none of this could have been feasible. That kid has been, he's a grown man, but he's still my baby. That kid has been a major support, you know what I'm saying, throughout the years now. You know, with just calling me every day, checking on me, making sure, you know, is there anything that he can do, whether it's the production side or whether it's just personal. He's always there for his dad, so I appreciate that. And last but not least, to one of the baddest people on the planet, to one of the baddest record companies on the planet that people will soon know about because it's going to blow larger than larger. We're talking like, you know, 30 empires within itself. My brother, Peter Chisholm, personally and affectionately known by me as P-Star, and Roy Dell Records. I ain't got to worry about where I stand with Roy Dell Records because, you know, other drummers better hope that they can come and get them a job because, you know, for now, this is going to be my job. But, of course, I'm going to share, you know what I'm saying? But thank you, bro, man. Your support through the years, man, it's meant a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? We go way beyond this before, you know, before any of this even existed with you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When we was on the bus just talking about music and stuff in general. You know what I'm saying? I just thank you for all your support, man. Your love through the years, man. Whether it was supporting me with the drumming, whether it was supporting me, you know what I'm saying, with different job opportunities and everything that you've done, man. I just want the world to know that, you know, I love you. That don't go unnoticed and everything, and you know, that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? We keep rambling, you know. The video will be here, and I won't be getting the shirt done.
Hey, I love you, baby.
I love you too, man.
All right, man. Let me go. Let's do your thing, and I'll catch up with you later. All right,
bro.
Okay,
all right.
Thanks, baby.
And make sure nobody else bothers me. All right?
Okay, you got it. All right.
All right, bro.